The next thing that I want to talk about is the algorithm. One day, Musk was walking around the Model 3 factory and he saw a small mat glued to every battery. He asked, "Why is it here?" The noise team said, "Oh, it's here for safety." The fire team said, "It's for noise." But no one really knew why it was there. And he tested the battery with and without the mat. It made no difference at all. So he took it out. He does this with thousands of parts, right? So the thing is, like, if something's not working, he just removes it, right? That's literally the algorithm. So here's the 5-step way on how you could do it in order to, right? First, you want to ask, why does this rule even exist? 2, get rid of any part or step that you can. Removing is better than like adding. It's so easy to add new stuff, right? So that's something that I found too. That's been extremely useful. And the third thing is make what's left simpler. And then 4, make it faster. Then 5, only then use robots, right? The thing is, like, most people jump straight to 5, and I've made that mistake too. I've tried to automate everything. I've tried to build all this stuff. But first, I didn't even question if I needed it in the first place, which is pretty important when trying to do stuff. Like the other day, I talked to this guy. He wanted to make over like 20, 30K a month. And he was trying to figure out how to use Claude Code. And I was like, dude, you don't need Claude Code to make 20, 30K a month. You know, so sometimes it's good to just question stuff. You know what I mean? Because sometimes maybe that problem that people think is a problem isn't really a problem, right? I remember someone said if they wanted to fix something, they would spend majority of the time defining if it is a problem or not, you know? So here's how to do it. Every rule has to come from an actual person, not a team, not a department. So if you don't end up putting 10% of the deleted stuff back, you haven't deleted enough. Never make something better than it should, like never make something that shouldn't be there in the first place, which is so important. I actually learned this too, like especially like, let's say someone is trying to create an offer, right? So let's say someone's already making like, let's say 100K a month. A person can start creating 2 more offers, but that's just going to increase the complexity of what they have versus if they just, let's say, increase lifetime value. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's good to like just look at things and analyze and not just add a bunch of stuff. And here's the thing, like it worked. SpaceX cut its cost of its Raptor rocket engine from like $2 million each to the goal of under $250,000, which is pretty wild, but like he was literally able to do that, right? The Tesla took 70 plus metal pieces in the back of the Model Y and replaced it with one big single piece made from a giant press. That's actually a wild statistic. It went from 2 million to under 250 million. That's how cheap it got, right? So just by simply questioning the requirements, it's so powerful. It's so powerful, especially when it comes to making money online and just anything in life in general, like questioning stuff. You know, I found in my life, whenever I question things, like even my own beliefs that I think is wrong, I was glad I was wrong, because once I knew that I was wrong, I was able to level up.